There's probably three big stats or areas I look at in ball games. And number one, it'll tell me a lot about the game when I look at how many assists on buckets, because we're really good when we share the ball. And 25 assists on 33 buckets is pretty good. If you remember, over in Seattle, we were 8 assists on 71 attempts. And I thought that really cost us. The other big one is just production. And everybody can see now how important Robert Franks is to us. To come back, our trainer Sam Gay did a great job with him to bring him back, and he comes back and gets 30 and makes it look easy and does it in a variety of ways. Pushing the ball, he played the point, he was posted up underneath, he shot threes, he put it on the floor and got in the middle. He just did a really nice job. And I've always talked about this stat defensively. I thought we, in that 13 defense, that 1-3-1, we're pretty good in that. People, it's hard to simulate and practice that and come in here and understand the length, the energy. We can throw numbers at you, different lineups, and I thought they did an outstanding job allowing us to coach them and play defense. And people then had an opportunity to see Ahmed Ali, 15 points. He shot the ball well, 0 turnovers. Here's a guy, again, that has an opportunity, I think, to really be special, and he's still growing into himself, or growing into the position, I should say. He ain't growing anymore, but he's growing into the position. He's going to have a chance to be special. We talked at halftime, and there were 3 turnovers, and we ended up with 10 turnovers. And to play that fast and assist like that in the first half, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good skilled basketball team. I thought the game got away from us a little bit. We were trying to get everybody an opportunity to play and had some weird lineups, different lineups, I should say, on the floor at times in that second half. And to their credit, they just kept chipping away. And we'd have liked to have kept the score up there, but at the same time, the most important thing is give everybody a chance to play and use some film for some teaching moments for some of those guys that don't have a lot of minutes underneath their belt.
Their zone didn't seem to cause you guys problems at all. It was a very placid zone.
Their zone is what we would call a matchup zone, very similar to what Utah will do, where it's basically a man-to-man, and they just switch every action. So all you need to do really is run your man offense. We didn't run zone offense and move them. We are a terrific shooting team when we take good shots, and we're a deep range shooting team, which then stretches that zone, and now all of a sudden your athleticism takes over and your skill, because you can get into the middle of the zone off the bounce, and all you have to do now is find that next shooter that's open. And I thought we were exceptional at getting in the lane, making that extra pass, and knocking down what I would call set shots, which we're really good at when we play together like that.
You mentioned the defense just a little bit, but I noticed it seems smothering at times. Would you elaborate a little?
It's the and again, my assistants have done a good job of breaking it down and working on it. And it's one of those defenses where the first time, probably in a long time, that I've had a defense that could dictate tempo in a game. And to be able to create steals and create transition and creates energy, because it allows us to just fly around. And it's an excellent opportunity to play your bench, because you can keep putting those big, long athletes up top on the ball, on the wing, in the trap, on the back line. And basically we just coach to keep guys fresh looking at our defense. But I think there were 6 or 7 times in the game where we had 3 straight stops in a row, and that's what we tried to do. How many of those? We can get anywhere between 8 to 10. We're probably going to win a game. And our numbers have been pretty good in that area when that defense is on.
Were you worried about their size down low a little bit? But it looked like they handled it very well.
We were not worried about their size. We were worried about their quickness out front. And we knew if we could contain the quickness, it would be difficult to see over our size to find their size underneath. And then it was a matter when the ball went up just to get them off the glass. If we were able to get them off the glass and rebound the ball, now it becomes a track meet. And their bigness works against them if you've got faster athletes to get up and down the floor. And that's where we got out and ran in transition and had an opportunity to get some easy buckets.
Yeah, Cal Poly was able to have runs at times, but then your guys answered with big runs as well. What does that say about your team?
I think we're a good veteran basketball team with a lot of new people there. But when you put Robo out on the floor with V, you can calm things down quite a bit. You put Carter out there, if he's shooting it, it really calms it down as well. And then Arenzi does some things at the point. So I'll say it again, we've got a group that we can put on the floor that we can score, and now it just comes down to playing defense. So they did make some runs at us, and I had to switch that lineup again and go back with my starters, and we did a nice job of answering their run down the stretch and closing out the game. Happy Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey.